The U.S. Sega Dreamcast Library, while only 250 plus or so games, had a lot of great games. And of the 50 plus that I'm going to show here, I'm going to show you the diversity of the library. And I'm going to start off with what I consider kind of the bread and butter. And these are the games that would be fairly inexpensive or worth getting. You know what? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it's 5 bazillion sequels, but the original done on the Dreamcast is well done. Better graphics in the PlayStation, again with the Dreamcast clean graphics, just made some great ports or best versions of games. Crazy Taxi, pretty hard to go wrong with Sega Dreamcast Classic. It's just a wonderful arcade style game. Rayman 2, best version I feel is on the Dreamcast. A great platform game that often gets overlooked. Just wonderful game. E-rated, great for children. You wouldn't be talking about the Sega Dreamcast unless you're talking about that game. Hands down, might be my pick for the best game on the entire system. It was a launch title. It was so clean and well done and deep. Still fun to play today, and the graphics still hold up. Excellent game, great graphics. Hydro Thunder, a wonderful racing game. And boat racing is kind of uncommon. Totally recommend this version, and Sega Dreamcast did it right. Rush 2049, again an excellent racing game. Well done on the system with some extras. Fighting, Dead or Alive 2, again pretty awesome version. Definitely was unique at the time and still holds up. Dancing game, Samba de Amigo with the maracas. Definitely, if you're going to play this, get the maracas. Fun to play, and like I said, it's unique. Recommend it. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, terrible movie, actually very awesome game. Taking all the cool aspects of Episode 1 and putting them into a racing game. Wonderful track designs, fun to play, great graphics. Jet Grind Radio, unique take on graffiti and skating, and like I said, wonderful game. Check it out. And so those games are minus a couple fairly inexpensive. These games, one thing I can say about the Sega Dreamcast library is it was abundant with shooters and fighters. And here's just some that I find are excellent. Street Fighter Alpha 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 3 Double Impact, King of Fighters Evolution, Last Blade 2, Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves, Power Stone 2, and the awesome Power Stone 1. And then a couple shooters, Cannon Spike, which is a weird compilation. It's kind of like a pretty much walk around as famous Capcom characters shooting stuff. It's unique, definitely an oddity. Giga Wing 2 and Gunbird 2, awesome shooters. Again, that's just a handful of them. There's a ton others, but anyways, that kind of gives the ones that I would recommend. Obviously, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, an expensive game, but well worth it. Same with Power Stone 2. It was like a $50 game, but man, it's so fun. And down here is some of the adventure and RPG games. Definitely Omnicron is something that, with a David Bowie doing some of the music, really kind of an overlooked adventure title, but cheap and fun to play. Record of the Lotus War, kind of like a Dreamcast version of Diablo. Again, well worth the price picking up. Tons of hours of gameplay. And this game, I melted a ton of time on Phantasy Star Online. Now, there's better versions out there, but again, this is a fun game. Totally recommend it. Still playable. Check it out. Skies of Arcadia, a wonderful traditional RPG with some awesome storyline and stuff. Still holds up. Now this game always gets overlooked. First of all, it's pretty much 1 to 4 players, but you pretty much can go around exploring the universe in a ship. It's kind of a light, very light RPG action ship shooter game, and it's kind of hard to explain. But again, the sequel never came out. There was a sequel supposed to come out. It never did. This is awesome. Check it out. Play it with a friend. It's fun. Shadow Man, not my style game, but it is popular, so I'm putting it in here. It is a good game. Again, many of these are these next ones are M-rated games, so definitely for people that like the more survival horror or a little more mature rating. Resident Evil Code Veronica obviously debuted on the Dreamcast, and an excellent addition to the series. House of the Dead 2 shooter game. Even though Sega Dreamcast didn't officially have a gun, there's 2 guns. I recommend using a gun for this game, and like I said, just well done. Even though the guns available for the system aren't the best. Legacy Kane's Soul Reaver, excellent platform game and puzzle, and it's just wonderful. Love this game, really good, and the best version I feel is on the Dreamcast. Sword of Berserk, Guts Rage, again kind of another game by Eidos, and just wonderful kind of a adventure, 3D adventure game. You get this huge sword, and just love playing it. Just well done. Choo Choo Rocket for puzzle, kind of a unique take on a puzzle genre, and it's E for everyone, so it's great for everybody in the family. Virtual On, there is an adapter for the Sega Saturn Twin Sticks. I recommend playing that. Excellent version. I'm kind of a fan of the series. Never did get the twin stick adapter, but yeah, they made a twin stick adapter. It's a peripheral for the Sega Saturn that you can get for this game, and it's awesome, I guess. Love the arcade game, Gauntlet Legends. This is a really good version of it, and like I said, recommend it highly. Well done, and really clean graphics. Worms Armageddon, strategy game, awesome. You worms, and you pretty much have all these crazy weapons, and you blow each other up. It's great. Totally recommend it. Virtua Fighter 3TB. If you're a Virtua Fighter fan, this is the one that was on the Dreamcast. Not my favorite version, but again, for Virtua Fighter fans, this is the only choice you had for the Dreamcast. Gundam Side Story 0079. Big robots blowing stuff up. I mean, that's enough for me. And it's kind of a rare game, that's why I'm posting it. But not the best game to play, but it was decent, especially for a Gundam game. And like I said, hard to pick up, and if you can find it cheap, definitely get it. Star Wars Jedi Power Battles, another Star Wars game. There was a PlayStation version. This version is much better and has better graphics. A great two-player brawler, pretty much. Pretty much go around as Jedis blowing stuff up, and so it's great kind of arcadey action. Good stuff. Recommend it. Now, Sega Dreamcast had some awesome sports titles, and again, I'm not a big sports titles fan, but I have to at least do a nod that the 2K series was amazing, and I absolutely loathe playing tennis games. This game is so much fun. The Virtua Tennis series is so well done. They made tennis fun, and just the way the game's done, I totally recommend. Pretty much Virtua Tennis 2K2, they're good. Go get them. In the NFL 2K series is so awesome. It pretty much is an arcade take on the Madden series. It's a little more arcadey, but you still have all the options. It is well done. This is the last one made on the Dreamcast, and they did a pretty good job on it. So, like I said, recommend the 2K series. tennis, football, they made baseball, they made hockey, but these are my two favorite. Sega GT, a great racing game, not necessarily up to the on par with Gran Turismo or you know, some of the other sim games, but it was good. I liked it, and it's about as for that type of sim racing, that's what you're going to get on the Dreamcast. Project Justice, again, a Capcom 3D game, well done, and I do believe it is a sequel or a upgrade to Rival Schools. And so, again, good stuff. Recommend it. Pick it up. Bangai-O, kind of a weird shooter puzzle slash, and it's kind of hard to explain. Awesome game. Go pick it up. They made a couple compilations. Atari made an Atari Anniversary Edition. You know, like I said, they made these compilations on other things, but this version is really well done. A lot of good arcade games on it. Recommend picking it up. This is on there because it's rare. It's the Midway Greatest Arcade Hits Volume 2. For some reason, Volume 2 was just in low production and hard to get. Recommend getting it. It is harder to get. Again, the Volume 2 is what you're looking for. Grandia 2, awesome RPG. Again, on the Dreamcast, well done. Pick it up. Awesome. Another awesome shooter, Mars Matrix. And again, one of the best on the series, on the system, pretty much for overhead shooters, and makes the thumbs up for me. Now, the next two games are total crap, and I put them on there because of that. Pretty much, Blue Stinger came out, and it was supposed to be like a, you know, survival horror right when Resident Evil was, you know, really popular. I mean, it's really popular now, but this is really trying to, you know, steal the attention because I do believe for the time Code Veronica was about ready to come out, and Blue Stinger came out and it totally sucked, and I totally recommend it to play it to show how bad something can be. And so it's bad, the voice acting's bad, it's a bad game. I recommend playing it for that reason. The other what the heck is Kiss made a shooter called Psycho Circus, The Nightmare Child, and I do believe they had an album that came out at the same time. This is a pretty bad game, and I recommend playing it for that reason. If you want to just like, what the heck? Yeah, Kiss made a shooter. Well, yeah, obviously their music wasn't tuned too well, so they thought they'd make video games. So, yeah, interesting. So, the other, I got some hard to get ones. Obviously, I have to talk about Shimu. This is the limited edition. My case is a little bit cracked, but it includes a soundtrack. It's pretty hard to get. 4 discs, I do believe. And excellent game. Excellent game. The other really hard game to get is Sonic Adventure Limited Edition. Now this was this came out a couple months before the Dreamcast launch. The other hard thing to get is you'll see that on the disc. It's not for resale. It was I do believe a Hollywood Video exclusive that they you could rent this. Obviously, it came out before the launch of the game, and it has a couple of different variants on the actual game itself. The manual is really hard to get. The disc without any like Hollywood Video sticker on it is hard to get. I recommend getting this. It's pretty hard. It's one of the hardest, I think, for the set. A lot of people are missing it. Now, I have a sealed copy of Seaman. Now, Seaman is just impossible to explain other than the fact that pretty much you grow these creatures and they evolve over time, and you have a microphone. It comes with a microphone and you can talk into it, and how you talk into it affects the evolution of this thing. It's hard to explain. It's like a person, frog, fish thing, and it's just bizarre. And I totally recommend it. It's another what the heck, and it's also a collectible. And very, very, very awesome. The other thing is the coolest. This gets the award for the coolest educational game ever. So it's House of the Dead, but it's Typing the Dead. If you want to learn typing, this is the coolest way of learning typing. I totally recommend it. This is a sealed copy, obviously. This is the coolest way of learning how to type. You don't know how to type fast? You'll type fast after playing this. In fact, I learned to type pretty fast playing this back in the day. Awesome game. Totally recommend it. It is, you know, typing and pretty much playing House of the Dead. Awesome. Check it out. Hope this helps you. That's a great overview of the Dreamcast library. Thank you very much for looking at this video, and thank you.